I am so not excited to be here. I'm so not excited to be here. Hey everyone, welcome. I'm your host, the Prince of Plays, Solon. See, it's good to see you again for RDLP. I'm so not excited to be here because remember when we last left off, there was kind of like a gun to Lotus's head, and I'm just like looking back at the main menu, and I'm realizing there's something is missing. Something is missing. I'm just realizing, hey, we're at the bottom deck in the incinerator again in the incinerator. I didn't notice before, but there's like on this loading screen that I've been looking at for like 6 months now. There's just all these like microchips here and small electronics on this processor board. Like, I don't think we've seen anything like that so far in the game as like that aesthetic, or anything that would even be close to that aesthetic. Either way, I guess we should just get started with the show since it's never gonna end anyway. We're never gonna get out of here. Let's resume the game. When we last left off on 999, we were trapped in the incinerator room again, and Dangle Hungao has got a gun up against Lotus's head again, and it's just all happening again, and we have now finally confirmed for a fact that Santa Baby is actually Zero. And so let's take back to this scene right here, just in front of the giant 9 door. Everybody's looking at it, and
what? Why isn't it opening?
Yeah, Ace was gonna escape out the 9 door with Lotus, and everything was gonna be peachy keen, but unfortunately it's not. He has the 9 band on him from the 9 man. He has his 1 and Lotus's 8, and it should make a 9. That should be a 9.
One more time.
Ace, buddy. He doesn't realize quite yet what game he is in, because he does not run this game right now. Santa does, who is unconscious in the room. So there's some magic's gonna happen. Some kind of Houdini, like, what is gonna happen, and it's gonna make all this work, and I don't know what's gonna happen, but at this point, I'm lost. Very happy. I'm very excited, but also I don't want to be here. I want everything to just be okay. I want all the kids to get out just fine. It's hard to believe that this man is, for lack of a better word, manhandling Lotus like that. Like, come on, Lotus. At the last second, he grabbed hold of her wrist and just shoved it around.
Now open!
Bip. He waved the number 9 bracelet over the red, and then his own bracelet, and like... he pulled the lever a second time!
No! What is this? Why?
What is this witchcraft?
That digital root should be 9! It has to be 9!
You're playing a game that's already over, my dude.
Then why? Why isn't it opening?
It's not a game anymore. Ah, now you broke it! Fury and confusion had overridden all other thoughts. He set down the revolver!
No!
Ah! Seven chose that moment to act, and he screamed now. He moved far faster than a man of his bulk should have been able to, and he launched that bulk straight at Ace. Is this it? Is this it? Is this gonna be the finale? I know it's not gonna be the finale. Because where's my big... Oh. Weird. That's the calculator. Which of these buttons? Yeah, there's no way. We're not even close to the end. God! Just needed to check in one more time with that. It was over before they knew it. Blink of an eye. Ace was on the floor. Rolled onto his side, groaning in pain. Lotus is just like, ugh, this is bullshit. I'm so out of here. She darted her behind him and stuck her head out, making sure to keep Junpei between herself and Ace. Like Jesse and James. That's me and Lotus.
Oh, That was close. Too close. Thank you, Seven.
Yeah, that's what you say to someone right after you've got a cut in your head. Well, wow, that sure was a close one.
Don't mention it.
We cool? We cool? We cool. Okay, Seven stood over Ace, his breathing slow and heavy.
One punch ain't enough for this piece of shit.
And he kicks him one more time.
After what he did 9 years ago, I ought to rip him to pieces.
Not worth it. We're also still in the incineration room, and also we can't get out now.
If a suspect can't talk, they ain't much good. Once he's locked up in a cell, we're gonna have a chat.
Yes. We're gonna establish that the goal here is not to kill Hongao for revenge. It is, in fact, to lock him up.
9 years ago? Then you must be... Yeah, you finally figured it out, dumbass.
Hold me! I needed this. I needed that. I needed that one line. Like, these guys swear a lot, and swearing is an important tool that we use in language to emphasize our points. But when you swear a lot, it ends up not meaning anything, which is a lot of Santa's characterization, is that he over swears to the point to where it's like useless to his language. His language cannot get any more aggressive. Seven, though. You figured it out, dumbass. Yes, I needed this. I just needed this moment. This was a moment for us. Oh, dumbass, Ace. He's not a dumbass because he's stupid. He's a dumbass because he tried to murder a bunch of kids 9 years ago. Like, let's emphasize that there are many layers to how much of a dumbass Ace is. Junpei walked slowly towards him, as that sound effect sounded like. He stopped and looked down at Ace with pity on his face. You dumb bitch. Ace, you don't fuck this up now. Ace, you gotta find Jesus is what you gotta do.
Ace, you killed Kubota, Nijisaki, and Musashido, didn't you?
Still don't. I guess that's the thing, we don't know. We don't know why he killed the rest of his cohorts. Do we know that? Because I thought Santa was the one killing it. I thought it was a revenge.
Wait, Nijisaki?
Oh no. Yeah, he doesn't know that Mr. X. He appeared to Junpei genuinely confused.
Oh, right. You don't know yet. All right. We'll just go through them in order then. Let's start off with Kubota.
Recap.
You talked to Kubota and managed to
what does he say?
To go into
he says,
door 5 alone.
See you guys later. That's what he says.
You killed him without making it look like you killed him.
Bling.
The way I figure it, you had 4 motives. 1.
Uno.
In the Nonary game, the number 9 is dangerous. Whoever had the 9 bracelet could join whatever team they wanted. Adding 9 to any number doesn't change the digital route.
Right, he would know that this is a team-based game, that like you have to organize into multiple teams.
Which means that number 9 could do whatever they wanted. You wanted 2. You wanted the number 9 bracelet for yourself.
He wanted 9 gone. 2, he wanted the 9 for himself.
So that you could make use of its power.
But anyone could have these 2 motives. Anybody could.
In fact, you did use it in the murder of Nijisaki. 3. Even if his number hadn't been 9, Kubota was a problem. He knew your past. He knew what had happened 9 years before.
Here's the problem. He doesn't know he killed Nijisaki, but now that we said it, there are only 3 murders that he did, and he knows 2 of them. The one person out of place, he's gonna be like, oh shit.
You needed to silence him before he told anyone.
Yes. Yes, he did. Okay, this
4,
is a very reasonable
last,
motive.
And perhaps the most disturbing. You used Kubota as a test. You wanted to know how serious this Nonary game was.
Yes.
Was it
yes,
truly
yes,
life or death, or simply a harmless prank?
Now, this one also could have been anyone, though, is the problem. Is that anybody who had some kind of connection to the last Nonary game could have the number 1, number 2, and number 4 as motives.
You convinced him to break the rules so you could see what would happen.
Ace is the only one whose personality matrix matches those kinds of motives. He has a past of doing those kinds of
Kubota,
things.
But he was only the first. Next was Nijisaki. While everyone was off looking for the missing parts for the Reds, you ran into Nijisaki near the big hospital room. However, because of your prosopagnosia, you didn't realize he was Nijisaki.
So yes, we've been over this, which then leads me to think about the next murder. How are they going to explain the captain? Because the timing on that is really bizarre, and that's what we've been wondering about this whole time.
Chiefly because, when you met him, he was dressed like Snake. That was why you thought Nijisaki was Snake.
No, that's not... That was Nijisaki?
Yeah.
Why? How did...
I'll get to that. Anyway, you thought he was Snake. Snake was one of the kids in your experiment 9 years ago.
Right, so we know why he was trying to kill Snake. Why would he kill the captain?
You remembered him because he was the blind kid. But his presence made you think. Snake was one of my subjects 9 years ago. He probably hates me.
It's pretty,
but if
yeah,
that's true,
that makes sense.
Why isn't he saying anything? Is he keeping quiet because he can't see? Or perhaps he's working with Zero to get revenge on me. Whatever the reason, anyone who knows my past is a threat. Before he tries anything, I need to get rid of him.
Okay, right.
That was when you decided you had to kill him. The murder weapon was Kubota's bracelet.
Oh, yeah.
You just waved it over the red. Verified your own number and then grabbed Nijisaki's arm and forced it over the scanner panel. Then, when the door opened, you kicked him in. 9 seconds later, the door closed.
Okay, yeah. Yeah. This all adds up.
And then 81 seconds passed. And poor Nijisaki was dead.
And you mean to say Snake is still alive?
Yeah, about that, Ace. You messed up real bad. How did he get into the coffin is still our question.
Sorry to disappoint you, but I'm as good as new. Thank you for killing the wrong man, but I can't say I like knowing that you wanted me dead. Although, to be honest, even if you hadn't tried to kill me, I would still hate you very much.
Snake's just like, you were right. I hate you. Also, I'm alive, so ha 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 ha. He's just doing like a little victory lap, like, yeah, I'm the best. Ace, you a doof.
Well, I wouldn't blame you.
Wouldn't even hear me out. Yeah, so here's a funny thing. Here's a funny little just aside, kind of aside. Ace Snake could have easily been waiting for Ace to like explain, hey, what the hell is our life 9 years ago? But Ace immediately went to, I'm going to kill this man because he might know what's up. So before that happened though, Ace, like Snake would have had no, I don't know if Snake would have had much motive to try to kill Ace without hearing like a full, like, you know, wanting to know more. Maybe putting Ace in a compromising situation to get to the truth, but not outright hostile or aggressive towards him. He just hated him. He didn't like kill him is the thing, right? So like, yeah, this is the worst situation for Ace to be in, is actually being alive and vulnerable. Ace would absolutely kill to make sure his vulnerability was not, so that he wasn't compromised, because he cannot be vulnerable.
Last but not least, let's talk about Musashido.
Yeah, Junpei, can we talk about the big old elephant in the room, old Captain Musashido?
When Clover and I were investigating the chart room, you came over to talk to me. Do you remember what you said?
Oh, a pocket watch. Might I take a look at it?
I handed it to you, and you left the room.
Right,
he
just
in
walked
charge
out.
of the Nonary project. Of course you would have known the solution to every puzzle.
Wait, oh, yeah, huh. I guess they didn't change the puzzles at all?
Which would mean that you also knew how to get out of the wheelhouse. All you had to do was place the watch in the indentation on the door to unlock it. With the
Then
door
how did
open,
he
you
know?
could enter the captain's quarters.
Or do you know Musashido was in the captain's quarters?
Musashido was there. Conveniently placed next to him was an axe that practically begged you to kill him with it. You picked up that axe and buried the blade deep in the other man's chest.
Why was he there, though? I mean, I guess.
One blow was all it took.
Yes. Wouldn't they have known that he was that freshly like? Okay. Why did he want to kill?
And then you returned to the
Musashido?
chart room as if nothing had happened.
There was something I wanted to speak with you about, Junpei. Could you come with me?
And then
for a
did he just
moment?
distract him forever?
I had no reason to say no, so I followed you to the wheelhouse.
No.
When
That's
we stepped
dirty.
inside, remember how you slipped your hand into my vest? You pulled out a piece of paper, the one I used to cheat during the vote.
And everyone's like, "Hey, you cheated during the vote."
But that wasn't really what you were after. Your true purpose had been to slip the watch into my pocket. It wasn't a very good plan. Had way too many holes, and someone saying the wrong thing could have brought it all down around you.
Yeah.
You must have been desperate.
Why? Yeah. Why were you so desperate about? I guess murder made you desperate, Ace. But like, man, you are a sloppy dude.
But what made you willing to risk it all to do it?
Risk it for the biscuit.
Ace.
So we're just gonna ask him point blank. Like, we've incriminated him for 2 murders, but we don't have a motive for the 3rd. We just have the ability.
Musashido's murder is the only one I don't understand. You
Okay,
obviously
good.
did it.
Good. I'm glad
Why?
we're all on the same page. That like this one is confusing.
Because of this.
There's a folded
What's with
piece
the
of
paper?
paper.
Just read it.
What could be on this paper?
Huh.
Junpei took it and
Let's
opened
see.
it. Here's what Ace's piece of paper said.
Number 1. There are 2 ways you might survive this ordeal.
Wait, is this a message from another player, or Santa, or Zero, or etc.? There are 2 ways you might survive this ordeal. Oh, okay. I think I know where this is going. Let's
The first is to
follow
win
this.
the Nonary game.
There. You can survive this ordeal by winning the Nonary game. Yeah, that's how you survive.
The second is for you to confess your sins of 9 years past.
Oh, okay. So he's on the defensive. He didn't want to go. He didn't want to win the Nonary game, or he didn't want to confess his sins. He wanted to win the Nonary
I've
game.
prepared a camera in the captain's quarters. The images captured by that camera will be streamed through a satellite and distributed across the world.
Oh. Oh no! Oh no! That camera that was there! That was streaming to the... Oh.
Simply look into the camera and repent. Once you have confessed everything, I will release you from this ship.
Oh, Ace, that seems so simple.
To make your confession more credible, I have left you a witness in the captain's quarters.
Oh, so he knew. Oh, he knew! He knew!
Perhaps he will confess with you. The decision is yours. Do as you please.
He was held hostage in there. Oh, that's dark. That's real dark.
0.
When I awoke in that room on D-Deck, I found that in my pocket.
So yeah, he knew. Oh my god. So Ace knew from the get-go. He had his own alternative like plans, strategies. I like that. So can we talk about some game design here? Can we just talk just a little insy smidgy bit about some game design? Because this is a classic like game design move, is that everyone knows how they can, like, how each other can win a game. In a well-designed game, everyone knows that there is one way for people to win that game. So they compete on winning that game in that way. Some of the best games, this isn't even be like clocking anything, just some of the best games that are made have alternative ways to win also. There are games, I'm like blanking on a name of a mainstream game, something that's not just like a small indie thing. But I love this, that Ace is not the first person that we've seen who has an alternative like rule set or something, hidden information even at the very minimum, that allows them an advantage in the game. We've seen that with Snake, and obviously Santa had, well, Santa was 0, so he kind of had his fingers in all the pies. And it's just, I like this. I like this idea that even in like later Nonary games, as this, because there's many other games that are more than 999, we can go farther with this. We can go farther. More people can have more victory conditions. I love that game design.
One when we voted. If I went through that door, I knew I could get to the captain's quarters.
Yep. Okay, cool.
As you said, I knew how to enter the wheelhouse. My plan was to find the pocket watch before anyone else. If I could, then my alibi would be set. At least, that was the plan.
He just walked into the room with everyone else like, oh, what is this?
Unfortunately for me, you got to it first. That sleight of hand was the best I could manage on short notice.
It was bad.
You meant to kill him from the beginning then? Musashido, I mean.
I only knew Musashido was the witness after I reached
I have to
the captain's
clarify.
quarters.
I definitely have to clarify whom you meant to kill from the beginning. Just Musashido, right?
I asked him, and he answered. He seemed groggy. Perhaps he had only just awoken from sedation.
Wow. Ace, a actual homicidal maniac at this point, has managed to kill all of his old friends and none of the other participants in this Nonary game with him, even though he could have walked out of this game at any point with, like, just with Lotus. Yeah, I'm just saying, Ace is bad at his only job.
I suppose Nijisaki was in much the same state. He seemed confused and disoriented when I encountered him.
I guess maybe that's how they'll explain it. It's just they were sedated.
But yes, you are correct. I intended to kill him from the beginning, even though I didn't know who
Let's say
he
that's
was.
the deal, is that he was sedated. So, how did the switcheroo with the casket go? And how did Nijisaki get involved? Like, why was Nijisaki involved in this game in a way where he would switch places with Snake? Like, why was that a thing? I guess is my big question. That's really it. Is that, like someone, Zero or something, switched Snake and Musashido's positions and their clothes and everything, and put him in that big coffin.
I proceeded to the captain's quarters in order to remove this so-called witness.
Ace had confessed everything. What energy had left him with the truth, and he sagged on his knees. Although he had confessed, his sins were not forgiven! Junpei felt revulsion for the pathetic man on the floor near his feet. In among the revulsion was a hint of pity. After all, Ace had not been the only person who murdered those 3 men. Because Santa also had a hand in putting those murders together.
Ace, you figured it out, haven't you? You were being manipulated.
Yes, so it would seem. I was little more than a puppet, in many ways.
And Mr. X is how we know that the puppeteering was very severe.
Everywhere I went, everything was already prepared. The Reds in the large hospital room were dismantled. Nijisaki was dressed like Snake. There was an axe in the captain's quarters. Musashido was delirious from the anesthetic, so he couldn't fight back.
Oh.
Nijisaki as well. In retrospect, I can't understand how I could have fallen into such a simple trap.
Nijisaki is also, if you remember how the number 9 man died, he was essentially told to test out the doors by Ace. And like, Zero helped make that happen. Because at the end of the day, I guess Zero could have not rigged up any of this. Had them gone through the game like normal, had all of this not be real. Which we still don't know if that original game with the nine kids actually had death traps to it.
But yes.
We don't know.
Yes. This was a trap.
All we know is that it inspired this game, which was very, very real.
It was Zero's trap. And I fell for it, hook, line, and sinker. I did everything he wanted me to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did. And I kind of like that. I kind of just like genuinely enjoying like Ace got played.
By manipulating you, Zero was able to kill 3 people and keep the blood off his own hands. All of this was revenge for what happened 9 years ago. That's why this Nonary game happened.
So, I don't know if you guys have ever watched Big Brother before. Might seem like a tangent, but I swear it's not. If you've ever watched Big Brother, there are games where people will manipulate others into voting people off of the game. And so, over the summer-long series, they will, like, kill each other, so to speak. And there will always be, like, there will usually be, like, a puppet master who is helping manipulate all of the people. And in, most of the seasons, that puppet master does not actually win first place. They puppet master this whole game, they engineer this whole thing so that they can say at the end, "Ah, it was I who eliminated all of you. Please, I deserve to win this game because I have manipulated the best in this game of social engineering." And everyone always looks at that guy and says, "Fuck off, you smug bastard." And every single time, it's delicious, it's delightful, I love it. It makes me feel like there is something right in the world, and that's where Santa is right now. Somehow, in all of this, Santa has to win second place. He has to become the runner-up in his game somehow. Because of his sins that still need to be accounted for, even if he is doing it for justice or some sort of long-term revenge, the other shoe is going to drop, and he's going to find himself on the wrong end of some devious device of his own discretion. Like, he will find his demise at the other end somewhere along the way. That's my prediction. That's my last prediction. That's the last thing that I can even possibly predict about this game. So far, I've been about spot on.
Am I right?
In a lot of ways. Junpei, are you right?
Santa?
Kill him! Kill him, killer! Junpei's got it all!
Huh? What the hell are you talking about?
What are you talking
know
about?
any-
I don't know nothing about nothing. I don't know nothing about nothing. Hey guys, how about next time? Let's resume our 999 adventure next time right here. Right here, where we can just, let's hang on to this feeling of Santa trying to deny that he is Zero. Yeah, he might not be, I guess, but like, we've pretty much pegged him as Zero. Don't have a thing for Lotus, so that's kind of part of the problem. But really, I want to just sit here where we're accusing Santa of not knowing anything about all of this. We're accusing him of knowing everything about this when he wants to pretend like he doesn't know anything about any of this. Sit here with Santa saying, "Huh? What the hell are you talking about? I don't know nothing. How did we get here? What is this room? Wow, I've never seen this place before. That's crazy." Thank you for joining us today on 999. I love you guys very much, and this has been a delightful adventure to be able to go on. So I will see you next time. We'll do this again, and the next time that we do 999, we gotta let it all just unravel. We gotta let it just all unravel around us. So thanks for watching. I'll see you next time for more 999 and for more RDLP.